Hello, welcome to Curriculum Night. So I'm gonna make my slides nice and big here. So welcome to Curriculum Night, and more specifically to 5th and 6th period marine biology this trimester. We'll start with a quick introduction of the teacher, that's me, and goals and objectives of marine biology units and activities, as well as expectations for the course. A little bit about who I am. I have my Bachelor of Science degree in zoology from University of Otago in Dunedin, New Zealand. I have my Master of Arts in Teaching Science. And for the last over 15 years, I have been working in science education through various organizations in Washington State and elsewhere. So Pacific Science Center in Seattle, Columbus Zoo and Aquarium in Ohio, etc. This is my 6th year on Mercer Island. I actually started teaching 8th grade science and marine biology 6 years ago here. And previously I was with Seattle Public Schools. I love to, in my free time, hike and run and paddleboard and backpack. And you might be noticing a theme in mushroom hunt. Anything that has to do with being outside. I love to be outside. I also volunteer at Seattle Animal Shelter. And a couple of photos here to share in the upper left. That was from a sunset Ragnar run. And I ran my first half marathon, it was about a year ago now. And then in the middle, that is from a dig site in Montana. I was facilitating with the University of Washington paleontologists, and that is me helping to jacket a theropod pelvis and help bring those back to the Seattle area. And then on the far right, that's me with my husband on the summit of, or on the way up to the summit of Mount Fuji in Japan, and that was from a few years ago. So goals and objectives for 7th and 8th grade marine biology. Discovering the relationships between non-living and living parts of marine systems, emphasizing teamwork and collaboration to the extent possible. Fostering things like, or skills and attitudes, scientific attitudes like resourcefulness, personal accountability, curiosity for the natural world, environmental stewardship. And in this class, we started with an introduction to marine biology and a little bit of the history of marine biology, some famous marine biologists of the present and the past. Properties of seawater we're currently exploring, so things like density and salinity and temperature, pressure, and pH. And we'll be continuing our understanding of properties of seawater as we move into the seafloor and sonar, ocean zones. Then we'll get into organisms of the sea, really teeny tiny ones like microbes and plankton, and also 6 different invertebrate phyla and how we can distinguish among those. We'll get into vertebrates, fish, reptiles, birds, and mammals, and we'll finish with human impact with a focus on an action project and the impact that humans have on marine systems. So we participate in interactive activities and labs. That can be group work projects, both virtual and physical dissections. And we also engage with peers via Schoology discussion posts and other online activities. If you have a background in marine biology, if you are a marine scientist and you are interested in presenting to our class or coordinating a class experience, please do let me know. It could be just for your child's class, or it could be for both of my marine biology classes this trimester. I teach both 5th and 6th period, so the second half of the day. Special thanks to those of you who support the Mercer Island Schools Foundation. The foundation has purchased many supplies and experiences for this classroom, things like microscopes, and various field trips. And a couple more things related to just kind of staying on top of the course electronically. So it's the student's responsibility to check Schoology every day, just to make sure they're aware of, what kinds of assignments we're doing and when they're due and how to submit, and also to read any class updates. So updates can be found in the updates tab just below the materials tab for the course. Grades are points-based, and this year, and different assignments do have different amounts of points. Skyward, not Schoology, is where information regarding those final grades and feedback and missing assignments can be found. So related to Skyward, there is no penalty or point deduction for late work. In addition, students do have unlimited attempts up until the end of a trimester to submit something. So let's say there's an assignment that's 20 points, they get it back, it's 18 out of 20. There's a note about what was missed. The student goes and does that thing that was missed, turns it back in. They are eligible to get back those 2 points. And that's unlimited. So they could do that as many times as wanted or needed. And then these things being said, I do encourage students to just clearly communicate. So contact me if they're unable for whatever reason to submit work on time. Here's my email address. And that's it. So I'll stop my share. I look forward to working with you and your child this year and see you around.